Hey guys, it's Neil with Steck Equipment, your 5-paw premier coyote dealership for the upstate, #1 servicing provider in the nation. And we're here today to talk about the FMH series flail mower from Ironcraft that we have on the back of this Coyote DK4720 tractor. This is a standard duty flail mower. It is a requirement to have at least 40 horsepower. It does go up to 70 horsepower as well. This is a PTO driven flail mower. It's an offset flail mower as well, which means it can shift side to side. It can be manual. This one is hydraulic, so it runs off the rear remote hydraulics on the tractor to move left or right, whether you're wanting to cut directly behind the tractor or offset to the right. This is a belt-driven flail mower. It does have a rake system in the rear here. These are adjustable height rakes, so once you set your cut height on your flail mower, you can adjust the rakes. And what the rake adjustment does is it determines whether the material will be kept in the cutting chamber for longer or shorter periods of time to determine how fine of a cut you're getting on the material, whether you really want to mulch it up or if you're just trying to knock it down. Each of these rakes is adjustable to a certain number of pin heights, and you can set that with your cutting height. This flail mower is also equipped with a rear roller to press down any material that comes out of the back here as you're cutting, just so you're not having a huge amount of material flying off behind you. This one is also equipped with hammers. On the inside of the chamber, it actually has hammers that spin and they're loose, and that's what actually cuts your material. You can put a Y blade on here if you're just trying to cut in smaller material. The hammers can take up to 1.5 inch diameter material. So one of the main questions we're asked is, what is the difference in the cut between a flail mower and a rotary cutter? And the flail mower does a lot better job of mulching the material up and leaving it in a finer state to decompose compared to the rotary cutter, which just cuts the top off and shoots it out the back side. So in comparison to a rotary cutter, yes, you can cut 1.5 inch material, but this is going to leave a much finer final product and a much cleaner final product than a rotary cutter would. This is going to be similar to the final product you'd receive behind a finish mower. However, this can cut a much thicker material than a finish mower, whereas a finish mower is used typically for grass. This can cut up to another 1.5 inch diameter material, and it also leaves a fine cut in its trail. So underneath here, you'll see that this flail mower is equipped with the hammers, and they can be changed out for Y blades. The hammers do have a little bit more of a heaviness to them, and they're mainly more for cutting the 1.5 inch material compared to the Y blades, which would be a little bit better as far as grass goes for final products. So this is a PTO driven flail mower. The PTO does come back, and it is a slip clutch PTO, so you have that added protection there, which turns the gearbox and in turn turns the spindle here, which is a belt-driven spindle. The flail is belt-driven. The spindle has 4 belts on it actually, so you have a lot of tension there, and that's what's going to turn your flail inside the flail chamber for cutting your material. And this is also a hydraulic side shift or offset flail mower, and there is a hydraulic cylinder that drives the flail mower left or right, running off the hydraulics on the tractor, so you can shift over to the side and cut past your wheel width on your tractor. All right guys, thanks for watching today's video. Be sure to check out our full lineup of Coyote tractors, skid steers, UTVs, and zero turns at steckequipment.com. You can also view our full inventory of Ironcraft attachments, trailers, and turf equipment, as well as our other resources and services that we provide.